I hope that was recorded.
Powered by Riverside.
Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of Quit Acting Stupid. I am your host, Jamie Paredes, and joining me as always are my brothers, Bobby and Rudy. Say hello, boys.
Hola,
Hello,
¿cómo
boys.
estás?
All right. Wow. Dude, I just got back from walking my dog not too long ago, and I had something happened that made me think of you guys. I wanted to run it by you. So I know, Rudy, you don't pick up after your dog when
That's
she
not true.
craps.
That's not true.
Okay.
It's not true.
Well, so I'm walking my dogs and she craps, and it's hard to see at night. So I'm like, I need to walk my dog during the day so I can actually see the poop. So I go to grab the poop, and I stay kind of close so I can not lose it, so I can see it. And so I went to go grab it with the bag, and when my dog's done pooping, I don't know, do cats do this where they like kick the ground like to like almost to shove
Yeah.
dirt on it?
Yeah.
I don't know about
And
cats.
so-
My dog doesn't.
Okay.
Dogs. Yeah, no, my dog does it. It's
Okay.
just a biology, I think. It's so they can bury their poop.
Okay, so I go to pick it up, and she basically kicks dead grass on me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like I'm thinking like, this bitch, and I can say bitch because she's clearly
A
a
female.
female dog. And I'm like, she's probably just like, take that, you dirty piece of crap. You know what I mean? Like, it was very degrading for me to go
Oh, yeah.
pick up her poop, and she kicks grass and dirt in my
So-
face.
So two things. Number one, these phones these days, they have
Flashlights.
flashlights.
Dude, I can't take the cold, and this is cold for me. And I mean, I'm sure it's like 50 degrees outside, but I had gloves on, and of course I have my phone going on. I can't,
Gloves on.
Oh, dude,
Bro.
I can't handle it. Dude, I got this, and I got like my coat on. I got a big stocking cap with the ball. Remember from from a few episodes ago, and so I'm bundled up like a little, like I'm the kid on Christmas Story. I can't put my
Yeah.
arms down. That's me. So I have two leashes. Keep in mind, I had two leashes
Oh,
for two dogs, and so I'm like fumbling around, taking off my
Yeah.
glove, and so I got shit on my finger of my glove, so I got to go wash them because it's a big cluster.
I've got a couple things. Bob, you said you had two things. What was your other
but
thing?
the second thing I was going to say is yes, I've been in that position, Jamie, where you bend down to pick up the poop, and the dog is just right there. She really hasn't moved too far, and she's just kicking grass all over me. Yeah,
Okay.
I've never thought of it as degrading, but yeah. Anyway,
Oh, yeah,
I
very.
can relate.
Well, I got a
Like,
question
take
for
that.
both of you then. Like,
What?
why don't you give it a second? Like, the dog's going to kick grass. Don't get right up in their butt right away. Like,
Dude,
Problem
let
is
them-
it's
I'm cold.
45 degrees outside, and I
Yeah.
want to get my ass back inside the house.
all right, you guys are wusses, so that answers that. My issue
From the guy who doesn't take his dog for a walk. But go ahead.
I took her for a short walk today because I went out there like this, no jacket, just this hoodie and a little, t-shirt and hoodie. So, but we didn't go our normal mile that we usually do. We just went like up to
You
the
don't go a
corner,
mile.
stop sign. Oh, we do a mile at least every day.
That dog
Or
needs
not,
2 miles. That's a big
not
dog.
every day. But if we do 2 miles, like we do 2 miles down if we drive to one of the parks, whatever. That's boring. But we've done 2 miles. We do 2 miles occasionally, and she'll come back like I think she's gonna collapse. But my issue is, so my dog always poops twice on a
Mhm.
walk. First poop, regular poops, steamy and green, turds.
Oh, yeah, nothing like
And-
picking up a poop that's warm. You can feel the warmth through the bag.
Oh yeah, you feel it right through the bag.
Or the ones that are mushy
anyways.
and it just gets all over the bag. I'm like, dude. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you just pick up like leaves with it and shit, and it all goes
Yeah.
in the bag? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
all
I do
going
too.
in.
So,
No, I make very certain to. So I put the bag inside out. I make sure just to grab the poop, not the grass, and then just
What if it's
inside
mushy?
out. And it's
yeah.
And then it just gets all over the grass, and yeah,
You need-
it's
And
your dog
I'm
will fiber.
sure I'm sure my dog puts out way more poop than your guys' little wuss
oh, yeah,
dogs.
probably. I
So
got
there's
twice
tons
as
of
many.
them. So I'm literally like, picking up turds here, and then I'm smashing them together to kind of pick up all of them in one thing, and then But anyways, my point was, so the dog poops, but the second poop always diarrhea. But I can't pick that up. So I'm looking like, does anybody see her die? Because what do you want me to do? Like, I can't do anything about that.
That's where the acting skills come in. You got to be like, and then like, you got to turn to the Ring doorbell.
yeah, exactly. So
I think you can, in that instance, number one, quit feeding your dog crap from the table. Actually, give your dog some actual real dog food.
I never, ever feed her from the table. Ever.
I don't let things go to
leftovers, right?
No, I mean, I'll give her like a fry or two, but no, I don't.
I never let food go to waste at my house. So Avery has peanut butter and jelly for her lunch every day at school.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I cut the crust off because that's my kid.
Sure.
And so, I set them aside in this little bowl, after I'm done, because I'm not messing with it in the morning when we're trying to get out the door. And so these things get hard and crusty by the time I get back from taking her to school. And so I'm tired. I don't want to eat peanut butter and jelly at 8:00 in the morning. So I started giving them to the dogs. And
what's wrong with peanut butter and jelly at 8:00 in the morning?
I don't want peanut butter jelly. I mean, it's okay if I had to, but it's like eating water. Like it's nothing. It's
water.
Yeah,
eating water.
Nothing.
I feel like peanut butter and jelly. It's got peanut butter that will fill you up. That's what I eat.
But that would, but not my stomach. I need sustenance. Yeah, it's peanut butter and jelly.
Maybe you should try chunky peanut butter.
Maybe you should try shrinking your stomach.
Maybe you should try not being such a fat ass.
Hold on.
Ideally, that would. Okay, yeah. Do you want me to hit it for you? Jeez. Okay. Yeah, at my expense.
Way too long.
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, and also another thing, are we done with the dog thing? Because I was gonna.
It can be.
Where's the transition? Hold on.
Here's the thing. Here.
Okay.
I was gonna say, here's the thing. It's our podcast, and only 13 people watched last week, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're done with it. We can go back to it.
I'm half tempted. Not that I'm actually going to.
We just did 5 minutes on dog poop. So, but go ahead, Bob.
I'm half tempted. Not that I'm going to do this, but we have so few viewers from week to week, and people say they watch our podcast. They really don't. They watch the clips on Facebook and Instagram,
which I haven't been doing lately. But go ahead.
But one way to see if people really watch our show is to say something controversial about somebody in public office. I'm not saying necessarily make a threat. I'm not saying go that far, but I'm like, we'll see how boring or how unknown we are the moment you say something very controversial about maybe a politician.
Who do you want to say something bad about?
I'm just saying, if, for example, you were to, not that we're doing this, very clear, we're not doing this, but I'm just saying, if you were to talk about the commander-in-chief or the president of the United States and maybe say something that you wished something bad would happen to him or something.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Lord, no, you get in trouble for that.
Yeah, transition.
So see, you're proving myself. With only 13 viewers, would we ever get in trouble if nobody ever sees it?
Just keep hitting that transition over and over. Let's get out of this.
We're done. Okay. As you were talking, I was thinking about, man, I got a nice head of lettuce going on here. Remember? Think back to a few shows ago.
Have we talked about it on the show?
Did you share with the audience that you're growing hair?
We talked about it.
The peanut butter solution.
On your peaches? Peanut butter solution.
Fuzz on your peaches.
I keep thinking of the Seinfeld episode when George was trying to grow hair and he wore that big black cowboy hat and Kramer would come with the camcorder.
I binged every Seinfeld episode, and every time you mention a Seinfeld episode, I don't remember that one at all.
Because you're watching them at 4:30 in the morning when you wake up to go
probably
pee.
Probably because it took me like 3 years to watch them all to get through,
I literally watch it every night when I go to bed, and then when I'm at work, like towards the end of the night, I'm like, oh, let me put on like 3 Seinfeld episodes. Will get me through an hour and 15, like nothing. And I just constantly watch them. I know
I've
I
seen
can.
all this.
If there's ever Seinfeld trivia, hit me up. I
I've
know it
seen
all.
all the Seinfeld episodes, I feel like, multiple times, but I don't recall this one. Tell me about this one that you were talking about, Rudy.
So George was trying to grow hair, and he ordered some cream from like Japan or something, and so he would put it on his head, and it stunk really bad. But he would put it on his head, and then he had this big black cowboy hat that he wore to kind of hide it. And this same episode, he had a thing for Elaine. I think it was the same episode where Elaine left that sultry message on the Walkman or
Okay.
whatever on Jerry's recorder. And so they were all listening to it. So they all had a thing for Elaine. But anyways,
Yes.
so like he came in and Kramer had his camcorder and he's like, we're going to record your head and then we'll keep checking the tape every, couple weeks to see if, anything new is sprouting up, which kind of doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
So
But
I remember the part about them all being infatuated with Elaine because of the
Right.
sexy message that
I
she
think I
left on
remember
the
that.
voice. But I don't remember
Yeah.
the other part about George trying to
And
grow
George-
hair and it's smelling.
Yeah, because he had the cream on his head and Elaine was coming, so he ran to the Jerry's bathroom to wipe it off, and then he comes out, and then she left real quick or something, and he's like, because it was really expensive cream or something from Japan. I don't know. It was a good episode, but anyways, that's what reminds me you're trying to grow.
Yeah. So no,
hair.
I'm really not. I initially was trying to. I had that Hims, or is it 4 Hims or Hims or whatever? That
Right.
I
stuff
thought that
I
was
sprayed.
wiener medicine.
That's the thing.
They have a lot of
So I
different-
started with that, and then when I went to my urologist, he had put me on a different prostate medication, which was coincidentally the stuff that I was spraying on my head. So I didn't need to take that anymore. I'm taking an
You
oral
spray it on your
pill.
wiener now?
No, I'm good. I'm good there.
Okay.
So do you know what? When you have gray hair on your nether regions, does that make your balls look distinguished? I had this conversation. Because gray hair is supposed to make you look distinguished.
I put a little top hat on.
I ask my genitals questions because it seems very wise. It's just very full of wisdom.
Excuse me, kind sir.
Would it talk with a British accent?
Much longer than I.
Anyway, where we go? Oh no. So yeah. So my prostate meds are the same medication, but long story short, I ain't growing anything. This is just from not cutting my hair. That's it.
Well, before we get off this topic real quick, I've asked you like 5 times. I need your doctor's name.
Oh yeah, I'll give it to you.
So I can set something up with him. But anyway,
We could do that
nice.
offline. But anyway, so get this. My daughter has never been grounded before. Okay. Today, she and I think she thinks
you have 2 daughters. You have 3 daughters.
Avery. Sorry. Avery has not been grounded before, and I think she has it in her head that it's a really horrible thing. Like it's just the worst. And so today she after school she's supposed to do her homework, and she'll come up to me lately. She's been like, "Hey, can I finish the rest tonight, and can I just go outside in the driveway and hit the tennis ball against the garage?" I'm like, yeah, go ahead, whatever. As long as you just write your spelling words twice, blah blah blah, then you can go outside. She's like, okay, cool. So we're fast forward to later tonight, and we're finishing the homework, and she's like, she has to go take a shower, and she's like, oh wait, I still have to do my spelling. I was like, wait, you didn't do it? You said you had everything done. And she's like, no, I didn't know. And so first thing that comes out of my mouth, you're grounded. Like that's never come out of my mouth ever before. Like, so I wasn't even thinking. I was just mad. I was like,
really?
You're grounded. And she's just like, but for how long? When does the grounding? And she started, like asking all these questions. And I'm like, I have nothing in mind. Like, what is she grounded for? So she's asking me, like, what's my punishment? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll talk to you later. And in the meantime, I'm like, I don't know. I got to think of something now because I can't go back on it. I mean, it wasn't even that big of a deal. It's not like she, I don't know.
Did she lie to you or did she just forget?
She forgot. She didn't.
No, she didn't forget. She lied. She lied to you. But what if you're just honest with her and you sat her down, you and her, and said, hey, look, I overreacted. I was upset that you didn't get your homework done. there's no need for you to be grounded.
Admit that I was wrong?
Yeah, that does happen from time to time.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't
no,
do
we
that.
don't do that here. We don't do that here.
Believe it or not, your kids might
Oh,
actually
good.
respect that. But yeah,
No,
Wow.
no. Then I look weak.
All right.
That's weakness. It shows weakness.
okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm like,
These aren't 15-year-old boys here.
So you'd rather lie than show weakness. Who does that remind you of?
well, I mean, I'm technically not lying about anything. She was grounded. I said she was grounded, and so she's gonna be grounded. And so I had to think of something. So she kept asking me, I'm like, I don't know. I haven't even had time to think about it. So I just like was building up the scariness, like, oh my gosh, he's gonna make me blah blah blah, and whatever. And
So now you're trying to make her fearful of what the unknown, the expectation of what's to come.
And I didn't feel like making up a punishment on
Figuring
the
it
spot.
out.
I'm like, I got to think of something good. Can't think of like you've got to. I don't know.
What does she do every day?
Well, remember that the punishment should fit the crime, which again,
Right. So I was like,
admittedly, there maybe hasn't been a crime here at all. But anyway,
no dessert for a week.
We don't have dessert. I mean, yeah, there's no anyway. So I was like, I think I had to think of something, and so
make her go outside and pick up dog poop.
And I thought about that one. I thought about that
2
one.
days.
She
3
would
days.
never pick up poop. She would never pick up poop.
This is a kid. I've been toying around with that as a part of her chores, is picking up poop, but we have not gotten there yet. So anyway, it ended up. I was like, so end of the day, she'd already taken her shower and everything, and I was like, I'm gonna go walk the dogs. You're gonna have to do all your homework right after school for rest of the week. And when I say she has to feed the dogs, stupid stuff. And and I said she has to pray the rosary on the app on the phone, because I was like, you can do that while I'm going walking the dogs.
So now praying to the Lord is punishment now?
No, it's not punishment. Like you
made it a punishment.
Well, you made it a punishment.
I'm saying that's what you're doing. That's what you're going to do. And then I want her to realize, you know what, this wasn't so bad. And I actually enjoy praying the rosary. So
she's going to equate, if I get in trouble and I'm getting grounded and punished.
Who enjoys
when I told her that, she smiled at me. So, and she's like,
she's like, this guy's weak.
No, because she actually said, well, so what's my punishment? So she doesn't think of it as an actual. I'm like, that's what you're going to do. That's what you have to do now. Like, that's not, So, I mean, it could have been bad.
Do all your homework. You got to do all your homework for the rest of the week. It's Wednesday night, so you mean basically Thursday night?
I knew that Thursday and actually she didn't have school Friday. I knew that,
Thursday.
But I was like, I couldn't, like you said, punishment has to fit the crime. I'm like, it can't be anything like hard, or like terrible. So it had to be, So yeah, so that's...
Well, if I was her attorney, I would claim that she doesn't need to be punished at all. But
no, she needs to be more responsible and know what she's got for homework.
Well, while we're on,
oh wait, and I just remember too. Last night, at the end of the night, she's like, and this was partially my fault because I didn't look at her planner close enough. But last night we're getting ready to go to bed, and she's putting her backpack. I'm signing her planner and all this stuff. She's like, oh wait, I got to do the sheet. Or no, she's like, did you guys throw out the recycle yet? And I was like, no, it's over there. And so she goes and digs through. She pulls out the sheet and she's like, I need this. I have a test tomorrow. I'm like, what? You have a test tomorrow? And she's like, yeah. And we're not going to get to use our notes because I guess like on her science tests and social studies, whatever, they have been using notes for during their tests or whatever. And this one they couldn't. So she has to have this stuff memorized. And she brings it to me and she hands it to me. It's about the Civil War and all this stuff. And it's like, keep in mind, this is at like 8:30 at night. And she has this study guide that I'm like, so we had to go quiz it. So this is the second night in a row that she's kind of sprung this last minute stuff. So okay. There.
Interesting.
I'm not such a bad dad after all.
Maybe.
Well, real quick, this is my granddaughter, Sunny, for those that don't know. And
what's going on with Sunny?
she drew this picture. Can you guys see this?
Is that a wiener? A wiener
Looks
on
like
the
What do you
heart
think?
and a casket.
It does kind of look like a casket. So
Yeah.
that is a bunch of hearts and a cross.
Okay, yeah, cross. Yeah.
Okay.
And so Miranda asked her, "Oh, or Sonny came up to Miranda and's like, this is what I drew. I drew a bunch of hearts and a cross." And she said, it's because I love either God or Jesus, whichever one died. I
Okay.
love either God or Jesus, whichever one it was that died. That's
Wait
the
till
one I
you
love.
blow her mind and let her know that they're both the same
The
person.
same person.
Where is
No,
she
I thought that
learning
was
this?
hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably, well, she goes to preschool, but I don't know if they're teaching her that in preschool. I don't. It could be because I think she still does a couple days of daycare at like one of their aunt's houses on dad's side, but so she might be learning. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where she learned it, but I thought that was
Interesting.
hilarious.
Well,
Yeah.
she taught me
I thought
something
that
this
was
past weekend that I thought was pretty funny. I'm not sure what it means exactly, but
Oh yes. Yes.
too bad,
Two.
too bad, Apple sad.
Oh my god!
I'm
When
like,
she
that's great.
said
That's
it to me,
hilarious. But I
I
don't know what that
saw
means.
I saw the wheels in her because she said it almost like in slow motion. Because I kind of, I said something to her and I just kind of got in her face, and she goes, and she said it real slow. She's like, "Too bad, Apple sad." And like, what? Hilarious. So I'm already designing a shirt. Everybody's getting a shirt for Christmas with her on it.
Too bad Apple said.
It says, "Too
And
bad,
it's
Apple
gonna have
sad."
the speech bubble, right? And it just
Right.
has to say, "Too
Too
bad,
bad, Apple
Apple
sad.
sad."
Well,
Nice.
since we're kind of making fun of the younglings in the family, as you all know, Manny moved into his apartment, his first apartment, first time out on his own, away from mom and dad. So I got it. Let me start off by saying I got to cut him some slack because there's going to be a lot of stuff
Oh, sure.
you don't know,
Mhm.
So the first day I went over there, I went in the house and he had his dishwasher running and stuff, and I'm like, "Oh wow, dishwasher." He's like, "Yeah, I got that going. I want to get some cups and stuff to
Mr. Mom.
I wanted to get some stuff clean." Just he was excited to be in his house. So I saw him on Tuesday, and he went to we were just kind of chatting, catching up on what's been going on. And he said, "Yeah, the guys at work were making fun of me."
Oh boy.
And I said, "Oh, really? What for?" And he said, "Well, remember when I ran the dishwasher?" He's like, I didn't know.
Oh no.
I didn't know you have to put soap
I knew that was coming.
in the dishwasher." And I'm like, I froze. I'm like, "What? What?" And he's like, "Well, I just thought the soap was in there." In where?
It comes with
Like
it.
there's just a non-stop supply of soap in the dishwasher. Again, I've got to cut him some slack, I think.
I was waiting for where you were going with that, and that is not where I thought we were going. That is
I think he gets a Quit Acting Stupid award again.
Right. He very much should. Again, I don't want to make fun of him too, because everything is new. It's a whole new world, as
Sure.
Aladdin says. But where's the soap coming from, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Because the way it came up is he's like, because on Tuesday I'm like, all right, let's go shopping. Let's go get some stuff that you need for your apartment. What do you need?
right.
And he needs a microwave. He needs
Right.
a floor lamp. He needs different thing. I'm like, make a list.
Everything.
He's very chingy. He's got to have cutting boards. I'm like, cutting boards.
Cutting
I've
boards.
used Right. And so there's another story with that too. But so I said, okay, let's go wherever. But he's like, I also need dishwashing. Or he said, he kept saying, this is bothering me. He kept saying, I need Tide Pods. I need Tide Pods. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, but you just bought laundry detergent the other day because we got his washer up and running again. Shout out to Michael Todd.
Don't kids his age eat Tide Pods?
I'm like, Tide
used
Pods. Whenever I use Tide Pods, they always like blow up on one piece of clothing, and it like, I didn't like them. I don't know. Maybe it was the washer type that I had. So I used
Monica Lewinsky. Sorry, go ahead.
So I use liquid soap. But anyway, he kept saying I need Tide Pods, and I'm like, okay, I thought you got laundry detergent. So we're out shopping, and he said, so anyways, let me go back to the cutting boards. So we went, I said, wherever you want to go. He said, let's go to Nebraska Furniture Mart, because he kind of wanted to look at like stuff for to fill it. His space is empty. He wants to fill his space with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you've got like a goofy canvas in your room here at my house with Pablo Escobar holding up like some Air Jordans. It's a black and white. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a whatever. It's a canvas. He bought it. I got it for him for Christmas. He wanted it, whatever. But I'm like, here, take this, hang it in your bathroom or hang it somewhere. Like, he's like, no, I don't know what theme I'm going for. I don't know if that's the
motif.
That's not really what I'm going for. Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Just hang stuff up, put stuff up. Like, he's driving me nuts, honestly. But whatever.
Oh my gosh!
I think your decor is young, poor, new
bachelor.
That's what I'm thinking. Thank you.
I was divorced, living in the River Market, and I had like movie posters on my wall. Like, I still am not an adult. I would, I need to hire somebody to come in and decorate this place. But so he wanted to go to Nebraska Furniture Mart. We get there, he's looking at cutting boards. And I'm like, well, maybe we should get this stuff at like Walmart or Target. But he ended up getting. He kept saying, I need 2 cutting boards, and I'm like, 2? Why do you need
both hands?
Are you talking about? He said, and he looked at me like I was stupid. Again, he's a chef or a cook, whatever. I don't know how you get the title of chef, but
what were the 2 for?
He said, I need 2 cutting boards. One's for meats and one's for vegetables.
Okay, and that's what I was wondering if the distinction was if you can only use meats on one and veggies on another. Yeah, I was wondering if that was the issue.
I guess it makes sense, but can't you just run it through some water? All right, what's up next? Vegetable. I mean, I don't know.
It's not really.
Take a guess.
So sanitary. I mean, anyway.
So we're going through Nebraska Furniture Mart and we see like a microwave, $78. But I haven't even looked. Is that a good price for a microwave? That was their cheapest one. I have no idea. So I'm like, maybe we should look at like Target and Walmart and before we just buy the first one we see, Which nowadays I know you can look the prices up on your phone, but whatever. So I said, maybe we shouldn't just jump on this first one. He's like, okay, but I really like those cutting boards. I was like, okay. So then we walk around, he looks at some decor, and I actually find a nice floor lamp for him in the clearance section. So I bought that for him. And he's like, okay, well, I want to buy these cutting boards. I'm like, okay. So he picked out 2 cutting boards, wooden ones. And I said, okay, you go pay for those. I'll pay for your lamp, and I'll meet you at the car. He comes back and he's like, wow, those are really expensive. And he knew how much they were. He saw the individual prices, but I think as an adult now, when you buy things together, then there's tax and it comes out to right. And he's like, wow, that was expensive. I'm like, yeah, it was. And he's like, well, why didn't you say anything to me? I'm like, bro, you're the cook. Like, I don't know what cooks. I'm sure the knives that you have at your house, they're all like magnetized on the wall in his kitchen. I'm sure those are way more than anything I've ever spent on a knife. I bought you $100 knife for Christmas. Like, that's ridiculous to me, but you're a chef. I thought you knew, like, you know what you want. That'd be like me telling Bobby Witt Jr., hey, don't use that bat. Here's a cheaper one. Use this one. Like, you tell me. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to dip my toe into that world, right. But yeah, he spent, I think it was around $50
Wait.
on two.
I was gonna guess.
I was going to do
$50?
the whole prices right thing.
Yeah.
About $50 on two
Dang.
cutting boards, which
Now
kind of blew
tell
my mind.
me he will just, because this is what I'll do when I make a stupid purchase. I'll like wait, a week or so and then take it back, hoping somebody else is on, working there, so they don't see me bringing it back, and I'll go get the cheap one.
Oh,
Nope.
you're thinking he would take it back because he feels like buyer's remorse
He
because he
feels
Yeah,
or something? Oh.
yeah.
right.
Like you go
He
and then
could.
go get one at Walmart.
I mentioned I said, you know what? If you find one at Walmart or something, and just give me the receipt. I'll bring this back for you or whatever. But I don't know. I think he's just going to keep them. I'm not sure. But so to round out the night, like last night, he went shopping on his own because he's got to get food in there. He's going shopping a lot, and this cracked me up. He sent me this text. Can you see it? I'm trying to.
Looks like a shopping cart, and I'm amazing at this grocery stuff. I do see Cascade in there for the dishwasher.
Okay, so here's the issue with the dishwasher. So I was on the phone, and then he go ahead.
I was just to say, tell me, because there's a difference between dishwashing soap and dish soap. Like tell me he put the right one in. And, you know what I'm saying?
These are the pods. These are the pods. So I'm assuming they're for his dishwasher.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But so he called me because I bought him this lamp at Nebraska Furniture Mart, but he needed a light bulb. And I was on the phone, and then all of a sudden I see Manny call me. I'm like, hey, I got to get off the phone. My son's calling. So he's on the phone. And he's like, hey, there's a lot of light bulbs here. Like, what am I supposed to get? Like, and I'm like, I'll be honest. When was the last time you bought a light bulb?
I haven't needed to do it because it's a little overwhelming.
I'd say within the last 2 years. You just pull because usually you just pull the one out and see what it says on it, and then get that same one at the store. But you're buying a brand new lamp,
brand new, didn't have one. So yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Is there anything that says soft white? Like, get a soft white? And he's like, yeah. And when he said, well, wattage, like what? And I'm in my head, I'm thinking 80, 100. No, he's like, these say 10, 13 watt. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Start with 10, and if you don't like that one. Yeah,
it'll go out soon.
And if only he had a device where he could, maybe ask it, what's a proper wattage for a floor lamp?
For a floor lamp in your living room, yeah. Like, but he was so confused on that. So this is where the Tide Pods come in. So I'm on the phone with them, and he's, well, should I get this? Should I get this? Thank God, because when we were at Nebraska Furniture Mart, he found a pizza pan, and it was like $20. And I'm like, no, bro, you can get that somewhere else. Well, he found one at Walmart, so thank God he didn't need, whatever. So he got himself a little Red Baron pizza in his pizza pan. But then he kept saying, yeah, I need to get Tide Pods. I need to get Tide Pods. And I'm like, bro, Tide, you're confused. Tide is for laundry. Like, because he's like, okay, I'm here. Okay, there's all these different types of Tides, and I need Tide Pods. I'm like, no. You don't need Tide Pods. That's laundry. You need dishwashing pods. Like, and he's like, well, what Cascade. Are those? And I'm like, so I'm thinking, okay, so I have Cascade, but maybe New Finish or Palmolive. Like, I'm like, you're in the wrong part of Walmart. Like, you got to go to a different part to find the dishwashing soap. Like, this is laundry soap. Like, the dishwashing is usually maybe in the groceries, but like towards the back. It could be anywhere. I don't know his Walmart.
Right. What Walmart is he going to? He's in the River Market. Like, there's no...
Yeah, no. He had gone back home to get, I think, like, his Xbox and some stuff like that from his mom's house. So he was out there. So he went to one out in Overland Park. But I'm like, dude, you're in the entire wrong part of Walmart. Like, you need to find... And he's like, oh, okay. But I kept telling him, I'm like, just because I have Cascade doesn't mean you have to buy Cascade. See what price, and also you don't need like a gigantic 120 pack because it's just you. You're not going to be doing tons and tons and tons of dishes. Like, it's just you.
Right.
But it looks like he bought quite a bit. So in his basket, for those of you that couldn't see, he's got
Cascade.
He's got two cans of peanuts, like dad eats, like Planters nuts.
Yeah, Jolly Ranchers too.
Yeah, I didn't know. Then he's got his light bulbs, his soft white light bulbs, but they're LED. So that changes the game completely. That's what I was talking with Mom about this, and she's like, "Yeah, light bulbs are like LED now." So I don't know the wattage. He's got his pizza pan. He's got his Red Baron. He's got 2 Red Baron pizzas. He's got some Monster energy drinks, and then what looks like, I thought it was a gallon of milk. I'm like, bro, you're not going to drink a gallon of milk before it expires. But he called me. He's like, no, that's a half gallon. I'm like, okay. Just from the picture, it looked like a gallon. But
See, I won't buy
yeah,
a half gallon of milk just because it's more expensive. I'm like,
but
I will buy the cheaper one and then just force myself to drink it.
God,
Just because on principle alone.
I just brought a half gallon of milk today, and but I don't know why. I've literally gone in this house 3 weeks without any milk. Like
I've probably gone 3 years without milk.
Yeah, I don't. But now that I have milk, you better bet tomorrow morning I'm gonna have a big old bowl of Frosted Flakes.
That sounds amazing right now.
I know they're great, but if I don't have milk here, I can't have them. So that's good for me. But whatever. But anyways, shout out to my son. Like I said, I'm gonna cut him some slack because it's his first time out. But
these are all very laughable moments. I remember Quentin getting his first apartment. I'm trying to remember specifically some of the things, but it's that you don't realize how much they do not know.
Oh yeah,
right.
It's crazy. Because I think Quentin had an apartment that didn't have a garbage disposal. Yeah, and I don't think it had a dishwasher. Somehow he had to wash dishes by hand. And he's like, screw this. So he quickly, got out of that apartment. I'm like, these are the things you got to think about when you're, when you're growing up.
Yeah, no, it got me thinking, like, what else could he like run into? So I made sure, now that we've got his washer and dryer working, I'm like, hey, make sure you're cleaning that vent every load you do, clean that dryer vent out.
Yeah.
I'm like, because Mom always said it could start a fire. I don't know if it can really start a fire.
It can.
Can it? I feel like you got to let it go a long time.
Well, yeah,
I feel like right. The machine would break first, just from overworking and like the.
I don't know, but I went back to the old, hey, you're going to start a fire. Make sure you clean the vent out.
It's like turning on the light in the car, the dome light when you're driving.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
It's illegal.
It's illegal. You're gonna get arrested. Yeah.
So it's interesting that you bring up Manny's and yours excursion to Nebraska Furniture Mart, because my wife and I went to Nebraska Furniture Mart last Saturday as well. We needed to buy a new mattress. I notoriously I can sleep anywhere and on anything.
You peed on it?
No, I'm sure there was between the mattress, we had another thick, mattress pad. So it wasn't exactly on the mattress, but and that probably has pee on it. Yeah, sure. Anyway, we went to Nebraska Furniture Mart because even though I can sleep on anything, my wife is telling me that she wakes up, she's got a pain in her back, pain in her neck, a pain in her neck, and her chest.
Tell her, hey, every morning I wake up, I got a pain in my neck too. Sleeping next to me.
So I was just like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's go to Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Wait a minute.
Everybody, stop the show.
Okay.
All right.
Now we can proceed.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Right, now we
proceed.
Can proceed.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm just tired of hearing this. Let's go to Nebraska Furniture Mart. You pick out a bed. I guess it's fine. Now I don't know what this says either about me or about us, but the bed that we were sleeping on until last night was the same bed we've had for 28 years of marriage.
Do you realize how much dead skin is in that mattress?
Yeah, that's what she continues to remind me of. And I'm like, well, I don't see the dead skin. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it's in the mattress. So
what do you think's in the burgers?
So have you ever thought of how weird of an experience it is to go shopping for a mattress? You walk up there and you see all these mattresses and all these salespeople. And what's everybody doing in order to try and determine if this or that is the right mattress.
You're
Bouncing
laying
over
on the bed.
They're laying on the bed. Everybody, so you're literally laying on a bed that
Yeah, that's
somebody
gross.
was laying on 2 minutes earlier, right? Have we ever thought about how freaking gross that is?
That's gross. That's real gross.
It's disgusting. So there I am. I'm getting on these beds, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess that's the only way to figure out if you like it or not is to lay on the
Think of
bed.
how many kids and slobber, and it's
Right.
like the bottom of a ball pit at
But I'm
Chuck E.
just like,
Cheese.
all the bodies that have laid on this floor model here, and I'm laying my head down on this thing to see if it's gonna. Yeah, have we ever
Yo.
thought about just how freaking gross and disgusting that is?
Did you give it a good shake to test it out to tell the salesperson, hold on, I need to get over here. Grab
You're beating me. You're beating me
Okay,
to the.
sorry.
You're beating me to my joke.
I'm picturing
slow down.
Austin Powers on that rotating bed. I see Bobby
He's
on all
spinning.
fours.
Are you horny? Do I
So
make
make
you
you
I'm
horny?
Randy?
sitting there, and while she's having some very in-depth conversation with the salesperson about, which one's softer, and this one's better if you're a side sleeper, this one's better if you're a back sleeper. My whole thought was, how much trouble would I get in with my wife if just for the, you've seen what I've done here on this show and what I've revealed on this show
yeah.
that I've done for
Yes.
laughs, right? What would my wife do if I just pushed her down
God.
on one of these beds
Oh, my
and jumped on
God.
top of her and said, yeah, you know what? We'll take this one.
This one works. Well, first of all,
That's what I wanted to do, just simply for the laughs. But then I thought, the three of us are the only ones that would find that funny, right? I mean,
yeah, that's the problem.
my wife would kick my ass if I did that.
Yeah,
But
first of all, if you
I so wanted to push her
anyway.
down onto bed, jump on top of her, and just start, going to town, and then just, with everybody watching, say, yeah, we'll take this one, because that's the way I am. I want the laugh, I want the attention, I want the focus on me. That probably would have been the last day of my marriage had I done that, though. But I so badly wanted to throw my wife down on the bed and do that.
Yeah, that's I was literally just saying that last week on the show. I think it's all about the laugh.
Yes.
And
Well, good thing we can control them. Now we can always have a laugh whenever we want.
There it is.
So anyway, I was sitting there as we're shopping, or as she's shopping. Really, I couldn't care any less than what I already do. Just like, yeah, I'll sleep on whatever. But
you guys are surely in a king size, right?
No, it's a queen. Just because we've got a smaller
Poor
bedroom.
people.
What's it like to be poor?
Is it being poor, or is it the fact that we have big hearts and we have given my mother-in-law the master bedroom, so we have a smaller bedroom that
That's
can only really accommodate a queen size?
Bro, I've got a king size all to myself. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll just turn completely sideways, horizontal, just because I can. It's I literally every night I'm just. And I'm not a very long person, so I got
that's
what she said.
It's more girthy. I'm a more girthy.
He's a grower, not a shower. Anyway, I see Bobby. I picture Bobby like Dick Van Dyke, like the Dick Van Dyke show where they had two
separate beds,
separate beds,
two single,
just push them together,
twin beds.
Yeah.
Anyway, no. So at some point, maybe have a king size bed, but yeah. No, you're talking about Nebraska Furniture Mart that brought that up, and I was going to talk about that in my stand-up, which I still am planning to do between now and the end of the year. Just how freaking gross that is, that everybody's just laying on these same floor models.
That's gross. Yeah,
anyway. I had some stand-up material ideas that came to mind, but they're just things that happen that I don't even want to talk about it. Never mind.
Why don't you do it? Why don't you guys do your stand-up routines, and we can use the laugh track to give you guys some confidence.
Did you guys ever pull up to Quick Trip? Never mind.
Oh my God.
It was literally, I had to pull into Quick Trip to poop.
Can you read that?
What does it say?
Note on my phone. It says comedy routines. Shopping for mattresses.
He's got one thing.
Yeah, I know. No, here, I've got one. It's called, in my notes app, it's called Material. Look at all this I have in here. all this material I've
Let's
got.
go through it. Let's go through
I
it.
may have to steal
Let's go
that.
through it. Okay.
Shoot your load right now. Blow it all right now.
Oh
Some
my
of this-
God.
Some of this is inappropriate for.
For all 4 of our listeners.
For all 10 people that are watching.
I wrote on here black Christmas movies.
What?
Whole body deodorant. There's a joke there. Have you seen those whole body deodorant commercials?
I
Yeah.
have not.
Let's see. What else? There's stuff in here, but some of it
He's editing it out.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So should we share some comedy that we enjoyed as children that is
Do you have a
friendly?
clip? You have
I
a
do
clip?
have a clip. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Let's
yes.
do it. Let's do it. Show it.
All right, you guys.
my hair
you
is
guys
terrible.
keep talking.
My
I'm
hair
still
is
getting,
terrible.
Still getting the
Have you
layout
been
of
to the
this
bathroom
place.
lately at Quick Trip, Bob?
Yes.
What's with that pink soap? It's Pepto Bismol that's coming out of their soap dispenser. I don't get it. I've never
Haven't
seen
they
that
already-
soap anywhere else.
Haven't
Yes.
they always had that?
Yeah, that's the only place on earth that has
see it at
whatever
other
that
places.
is.
I've seen it.
Never.
Ever.
And who
Okay.
puts that one little piece of paper towel in each sink? Like there's always a torn off like little piece of paper towel in
This
every
is true.
sink that you go into.
This is true.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay,
Play
you
it.
ready?
And now, let's meet the players of the College All-Star Game.
Blow it up.
Can't. There's no.
No.
Billy Bob Rubik, University of Texas, right guard.
This is the funniest thing ever when we were kids.
Tom.
Tom.
Robert W. Wilson, Harvard University.
Harvard University.
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
Hi, Muffy.
Jamie, why do you have a Meet Senior singles on your?
Yeah. Number 72.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. No, 27.
27.
This ain't my jersey. This is a new jersey.
Hey, let's let Bob handle it. Bob Nelson.
I am.
This is probably the best one.
I blasted the microphone. Effie Epperman, Cleveland University. That's it.
This was the college all stars before Key and Peele did it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can do this joke now.
Racist.
Oh yeah, really? 2 points. Okay, no
2
problem.
points.
Yeah, that's not really PC these days.
Oh,
Wow.
please. Oh, please, no problem.
Yeah. What do you call it? Tony Cappuccino, Brooklyn University. And I, for crying out loud, this thing busted again. This keeps busting. This sucks. I'm not playing. Epi Luepi, I kicked the ball.
Happy no happy.
This is not PC either, guys.
Ruth Katsuyaki, San Francisco University, tight end. Next year, I hope to be a wide receiver. Right. Was the White Shoes motto? Notre Dame. Halfback. Thank you very much. Good day.
All right. Yay.
Yes.
So yeah, that was a big. How many times would we play that when
Well,
we were growing up?
I mean,
at least 100 times, right? 100 at least, because I still knew all the words to every one of his
Yeah.
And we
players.
could because it was pretty clean. He's a pretty clean comic.
right. So after our last episode, I went back and I literally watched almost that entire special. I watched the pantomime piece, but when Bob Nelson is at the Rodney Dangerfield's Young Comedian thing, I didn't realize this is where, Jamie, you do the that's not funny, that's dumb.
You didn't know that was where that was from?
You're going to hurt yourself like that. Yeah.
You're going to hurt yourself like it.
Right. So I watched, and that's what I had clipped out, but for some reason it's too long to play on here. But yeah, the whole bit, and where he's like taking the balloon and rubbing it. Oh yeah, I had that part, and he smacks it, but when he takes the balloon and he's rubbing it on his head and he's trying to stick it to the mic and it's not working, and he's like, "Oh, it's not working. It usually works." And then all of a sudden he's like, his head sticks to the microphone. His head sticks to the microphone, and it's hilarious.
Is
So
Bob
funny.
Nelson still alive?
I think he died recently. And
did he?
I think because I swear we talked about it on the podcast.
Because there were some clips of him. There's when I was looking for this clip that I just played, there's some out there of him really old, still doing comedy. So maybe he is dead. I don't know. But he was fantastic, and it doesn't seem as funny now. But when we were little, I mean, that was hilarious.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In 2020, he was diagnosed with colon cancer and was undergoing treatment to battle his illness.
Yeah, no, fantastic comedian.
Maybe he's not dead. Maybe that's what I heard, that he had colon cancer.
Not dead, I don't think. 68 years old.
Amazing. So then that had me going back to the Howie Mandel stuff and the Louis Anderson stuff and like George Carlin. But George Carlin, everybody knows George Carlin. I was thinking more like early Louis Anderson, early Howie Mandel.
Our
Howie
early
Mandel,
days when we first got sucked into
the
comedy.
early Howie Mandel stuff was when I was watching it today, I was like, all right, we were kids laughing at this. Like, it's not as funny now, but I'm like, we were kids. But it was funny for kids, I think.
Like when he did his, didn't he do his Little Bobby voice? Isn't that where?
Yeah, because there was a cartoon, Little Bobby. Yeah, and he did that voice during his stand-up. When he took the hospital glove and put it over his face and blew it up.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Yeah,
I think we're gonna try and we were talking about trying to work a little more comedy, a little more stand-up conversation, as well as clips and showing kind of the stuff that we grew up on. What did you mention? Robert Townsend, a lot of the ones that were on the Rodney Dangerfield comedy deal. I think David Spade even was on there way back when.
Jerry Seinfeld was on there for one of the first Rodney Dangerfield specials.
Do you guys remember Robert Altman? On the Rodney Dangerfield? When he was, do I have a proton or a neutron in my nose right now? And he's like looking at I
remember that joke.
That line, yeah. So early Robert Altman.
Yeah, because like you said, Bob, we had those things memorized.
Yeah, I mean, stand-up comedy, I mean, even it wasn't that risque. I mean, you saw a few cuss words in there, but I mean, we had those recorded and we watched them over and over and over. I mean, just as much as we watched Brady Bunch episodes and Different Strokes and Good Times, and so that was a lot of fun. It was brought back memories when you played that, because I was like, I haven't seen this clip. I literally have not seen this clip in 25, 30 years, and I still remembered all the words.
And that it's old.
Real quick, I just want to.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember that guy. I remember that guy's face.
It's Jeff Altman. I was saying Robert Altman's a different actor.
Was he in a show or something?
He was in.
Is he an actor?
That 10 Things I Hate About You. He was the dad in that. He's been in a few things. Yeah, he's like a bit part guy.
Gotcha.
He's been around. You've seen him on TV.
You realize how old these clips are when you go to play them and there is no widescreen. You know how you said make it bigger, blow it up. Like, nope, you can't. There's not even an option on here.
Yeah.
So
did we ever get to the bottom of why Jamie has ads for singles in his area?
I don't know what that
I noticed that.
Let me see.
Not just singles, senior singles.
It says meet and date online with senior singles.
Click on it. Let's see what happens. Click on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm good.
We want to create a virus on your computer. Yeah, click on it.
Yeah. Oh my God. So there's a clip. I don't know if you've noticed underneath that ad is Bob Nelson from 12 years ago, and he's doing the same routine, but he has like gray. He's way older, clearly.
I did notice that underneath there, but I couldn't read what it was.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch that because he's doing the same bit with the football helmet.
Wasn't he the one that was doing he did Jiffy Jeff's gym, right? And he's ahead of me. And all I'm thinking is $5, $5, $5, $5.
$5 a shot. $5 a shot.
He did that one on the Rodney Dangerfield thing.
Yeah.
What we just played.
He was on Rodney Dangerfield twice. He did the college all-stars on Rodney Dangerfield too, but it was in a different show. He was on there twice. One set he did Jiffy Jeff, the other one he did the college all-stars.
What I just played for you guys was his comedy special.
His special, his HBO special, because on that is when he
does the pantomime.
He blew the bubble. Well, yeah, the pantomime. But then when he blew the bubbles and he's like, I'm a fish in a fish tank eating my food. And he just goes around and he's eating the bubbles. And again, it's something a kid would laugh at. We were kids. It was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah. That's good stuff. I wish we could play more. I mean, you know what? It'll probably get flagged for copyright or whatever.
Yeah, that last 3 minutes we watched of Bob Nelson, it may not even be on our show.
Yeah.
So we'll have 3 minutes of blank air.
I'd like to sit here and just watch comedy with you guys. Yeah. Old comedy shows.
That's what we should do.
We should make that a podcast.
I don't know how that's possible without some sort of copyright issues. But anyway.
Yeah, we're about almost an hour in. Anything you guys watch this
I got to
week?
tell you, the more and more I watch Detroiters, I mean, it is freaking hilarious.
Yes.
Amazing.
Bobby, I think I passed you where you are.
Yeah.
The farmer I watched it today. You know what I'm talking about?
The big guy for the grocery store they were doing the advertisement for?
Faison Love is
Faison
the
Love.
Grocery store owner, and he owns this grocery store where it has like the mascot is like a white farmer with overalls or whatever. He's like changing the style, and so he wants them to make ads, you know. Anyway, he ends up looking like Blade from Wesley Snipes in Blade. And it's just it's hilarious. I had the jingle stuck in my head all day. I can't recommend it enough.
It's a great show.
Farmer Zach. So I was watching it, and there's only 2 seasons, correct?
Correct.
I was going to ask you guys, is it done now? They're not making anymore?
Right. And I was on season 2, and I was literally watching like 1 episode a month because I didn't want it to end. I knew once I watched that last episode, it's over. I drug that thing out as long as I could, and it's incredible.
So I'm watching the Farmer Zach episode while I'm at the gym, and I make fun of people. I make fun of people that actually laugh out loud, like it's not that funny. I actually laughed out loud on the stairs stepper. I'm like looking around, like I look like an idiot because it was absolutely hilarious. Because
I did that once.
Anyway, I won't get into it and ruin it for you, but
no,
absolutely,
it's
amazing. And that's funny because I think I even mentioned it when I started watching the show on our podcast, and I think I got through the first 2 episodes. I was like, man, this is just too dumb. Like it's too dumb funny, like too over the top funny, like Airplane or whatever, but no, it's
grows on you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
good
absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, that's really all I've seen lately.
Bob.
Well, I was going to talk about something I saw the other day, and I think it's going to be one of mine and Anita's new favorite shows on HBO. Rooster. Did you guys see the first episode of Rooster?
I did. I watched it.
Carell?
Yeah.
It is. It is so funny. We laughed throughout the whole show.
Really?
Yeah, we did. We absolutely did. And then at the end of the show, when I saw the credits, I saw that it was a Bill Lawrence.
Dude, he does everything.
Who's that?
That's exactly what
Bill
caught
Lawrence
my eye.
does Shrinking. He did initially Scrubs. I don't know if he's part of the.
He does the new Scrub. Yep, he does the new Scrubs.
Bill Lawrence is a comedic genius because
I've never heard of him.
He did Community too. He did Community. He did. I'm pretty sure. I'll double
If
check
you
to
look
make
up,
sure.
Jamie, the stuff that Bill Lawrence has done, like I said, I can think of Shrinking, Scrubs, and now Rooster, and it's just so funny. It is so funny, and
Hmm.
that's what we Anita and I always kind of gravitate towards the comedies, and we thought it was really funny. What else did he do?
Ted Lasso.
Bill
He
Lawrence was
does.
it behind Ted Lasso?
He does
Okay,
Ted Lasso, Shrinking, Scrubs, Rooster. He did Spin City back in the day.
well, that was a
Uh,
show Anita and I used to love. We used to
yeah,
watch all.
I never watched Cougar Town.
Okay, that was
I think I
Courtney
saw that.
Cox.
Courtney Cox, yeah.
Yeah, it was Courtney Cox, but I never
It was
watched
on
that
for a
show.
while.
Spin City. He did Bad Monkey. Bob, did you watch all of Bad Monkey?
All right, so that was the one I didn't get through the whole first season.
Yeah, I only
I
watched
think
a
I
little
got
bit
through
of it.
about 3 or 4 episodes, but I didn't really. Yeah, so
So
I'd
he
say that was
didn't.
the one strike there.
So he didn't do Community. Who am I thinking of that did Community? Dan Harmon. Sorry, that's Community. Yeah. So, but Bill Lawrence, I noticed that at the end of Rooster, I watched it. It was good. Because the other one I watched. Did you watch DTF St. Louis?
That's the other one I told Anita we got to watch. That's the other one
So
that's
I
in my queue. I
started
want to watch
that,
that.
and I'm just like, man, I kept falling asleep, and I kept falling asleep, which isn't. That doesn't mean anything about the show. I'm just a fat lazy. When I get on my couch, I'm
Right.
falling asleep. So I kept trying and kept trying. My buddy Brian's like, "You got to watch." He's like, "Did you watch it? Because it's really good." And I'm like, "Really? Are we talking about the same show?" Because it's very slow moving, and I just didn't. But then the end of episode 1, because that's all that's out now. They're releasing one at a time, just like Rooster. When
Right.
you get to the end and you see, oh, this is that.
Okay.
So now it's kind of got me interested in.
I told
episode
Anita
2.
this is good. The DTF Saint STL, I think is what it's called, or DTF St. Louis.
I think it's just called DTF St. Louis.
Yeah. So I told her that one's going to be vastly different than Rooster, where I think Rooster's more of a
Right.
comedy. DTF is a little bit more of a drama, thriller.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I'm surprised at your reaction to Rooster. Like that wasn't my reaction. It was
Oh, it was
good, but
hilarious. I
it
thought
was
it
a
was
little
fun.
hilarious. We can talk
Yes.
about it later, but what?
Yes. I mean, just
It was
every. I mean,
good.
the lines. I mean, just it was. I mean, they were one right after another. You just had
You
to
know, I watched it at work, so maybe I should try it. Go turn it on right now when I
go
get
watch
off.
it again and put the captions on too, because that's in our house. I can't ever have it loud enough, so I also have the captions on, and just
Oh.
the one liners are just they're
All
pretty
right.
damn funny.
I'll check it out. It was good. It was interesting. I'm gonna watch episode 2, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
What else? The new Scrubs reboot has been pretty good. They're 3
I've not watched it.
Today was episode 4. Pretty
I've
good.
never seen.
not seen it.
I've never seen one episode of any Scrubs ever. No,
You've never seen
I
Scrubs?
never have. No. Yeah,
Bro, that's great. I think that's something you've got to
It's-
watch.
it's
It's
something
like
about that main guy that I'm not. I can't.
Zach
get.
Zach
Braff?
Braff.
Yeah, it's something.
I mean, I will say, if you don't like him, you probably won't like the show. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know why I don't. I think it just maybe it's the way it looks. I don't know. Something about maybe it's his last name. It just sounds like weird. Like something about him
Interesting.
just doesn't do it for me. Yeah,
Question
I
for
should
you,
probably
Jamie.
try it.
Did you get through B movie yet?
I have not. We need to go back, and that was me being fat and tired and whatever. But last Friday we started watching B movie, and I fell asleep. I need to finish it.
It's a good movie.
Actually, finish it. I say finish it. I need to watch more than 5 minutes of it.
Yes.
I'm in the middle of so many things right now, like
I know.
that ABA documentary. I episode 1 was incredible. Episode 2 halfway through is incredible, and then I just kept falling asleep. So then I got to rewind it, and then it gets to the point where let me start this whole bitch over. Like I can't, and so that,
funny
and then
'cause-
go ahead. Funny because
No, I
what?
was just saying it's funny because you guys mentioned Scrubs, and it reminded me while we were talking, like, you know what? I never went back and watched a second episode of Abbott Elementary. Like I watched the first one, and
So
I was like,
I've
I
watched the
want to
first
watch
one.
them all, but I've only seen the first one so
It
far.
looks funny, but I've never seen one episode.
I've watched the first episode like 5 times, but I think I've made it all the way to like episode 3, and it's great. I just forget to go back, and so I finished season 1 of Cheers and season 1 of Sex and the City, but I've just stopped there. Like I'll pick it up, but there's so many other things that I have open, like that I haven't, like movie wise, even that Song Sung Blue is on one of the platforms that's out
Never heard
there.
Is
of
it really?
Yeah, I think it's Paramount Plus, maybe. I don't know. There's just so many. I don't know. That Reggie Dinkins show with Tracy Morgan, where he's an ex
That
New York
looks funny.
Jets football player.
Hmm.
It's the first episode I think was kind of down. Second one was good. I think there's 3 out so far, so I need to pick that back up. But
I
yeah,
just
no,
basically have
so
2
far so
nights a
good.
week that I watch TV with Anita, and it's Friday night and Saturday night. Usually we pop open a bottle of wine, and then I'm probably only good for like an hour after that. And then we
I try to not sit around and watch TV during the day. I feel like that's a nighttime activity. But then once it's dark outside, I'm asleep. All right, let me start this, and then I'm just out. I am caught up
Mhm.
on The Pit and Shrinking, both amazing shows. But yeah, for the most part, I just hit the couch and there's sports on too. Like if the Spurs are on
Right.
and this baseball classic stuff, I've been watching all that.
Yeah,
By
it's
the
been
time those
great.
games are over, it's 11:30, 12 o'clock, and it's like,
I
I'll
gotta
try to
say,
watch something.
watching those games, I think I was watching a game at like 5 a.m. and I might have been talking to you guys about it over the weekend, but it was like Korea and Chinese Taipei or something, and
Yeah.
Korea was just hammering them, and they showed the fans for Chinese Taipei and the crowd, and they were just as hype as could be, and it was like a
Right.
circus atmosphere. I'm like, they're getting hammered. Like, but they were just like it was just like a big carnival. I
care.
was like, man, that would
Yeah.
be awesome just to be there.
Right. Well, in the Mexico game today, which they ended up getting shellacked, which
I
sucked,
did
but
win money on that. But
they were, I mean, they had the bases loaded. They were still down like 8-1 or whatever the hell the score was. But they had the bases loaded, and the Mexican fans were like going nuts, like waving the
Mhm.
flags, and it was
Well,
insane. It was really cool.
beer will do that as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
I'm sure that.
Cerveza, actually.
cerveza.
I mean,
Cerveza.
they got just as much cerveza in a Major League Baseball stadium in mid-July.
That's true.
And
You're right.
I
That is
mean,
true.
it's just something about
But
something being
It,
on the line that makes
it was
baseball
a
more
little bit
interesting.
more like a college atmosphere, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Even more so,
I
way more than even that.
I will say though, were you watching the Mexico Italy game?
Yeah, for a while.
Did you see? Okay, because Jack Caglione slid home, kind of had a collision with the catcher a little bit, and came up and was like, and I'm like, bro, stop the whole thing. Like I can't. Kyle Teal went out for is it Italy or who? Kyle Teal, yeah, he plays for Italy. He was their catcher. He was rounding first in yesterday's game, and he pulled up like his hamstring, and he got to second base, and he's just shaking his head. And I'm like, oh my god, if I was a White Sox fan, I'd be so pissed. I
yeah,
don't know if he's
that's
out for
where
the
I'm just
season.
like, I think it's pretty cool, but at the same time, I'm like, this is the start of the
Yeah,
major league season. Why are any of these guys risking this?
But
it's
there's 162 games in that season. Like it's,
but
Right,
like
but I mean,
even in this tournament,
get
you're
hurt.
holding the pitchers to like they can only throw. They got 62 pitches, and that like to me, that's not real baseball. I mean, but you have to because it's so early. The pitchers aren't ready to go. Hardcore or whatever. But I don't know.
Mhm.
It's
Unless you're Jamie, you want to talk about the electrician?
Oh yeah, I just heard about that on today on the radio, and I had to look that up.
Yeah.
I saw
It's a
you
guy from
posted it. But
the Czech team, I guess. Apparently, the guy's actually like an electrician. He's not even a baseball player, and he was pitching. He actually did pretty well, I think.
He struck out Shohei Ohtani, I
Yeah,
think.
that's right. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah.
So can you imagine going back to your job as an electrician, just knowing that, yeah, for one
That's
day in
insane.
March, I struck out Shohei
it's
Ohtani.
great.
Yeah.
I just like the during the World Baseball Classic the racist tweets that I have back and forth with my white friends, because we were watching USA versus Mexico, and I was talking to my buddy Jeff Barton, who's a former, military. Oh my God, you okay?
Sorry, I'm about to smack my dog. Go ahead. Keep going.
He's gonna abuse his dog. But no, so Mexico and USA were playing, and I was telling him and his brother, I'm like, hey, I gotta say, I'm rooting for Mexico here. And so we're watching the game, and somebody on USA hit a home run, and he sent me a text and it just said, "Adios, beast ball." I started cracking up. My only response was "Death to America." Like I didn't know what else to say. I mean, but yeah, that cracked me
The
up.
comment
But
was "Adios, Beast Boy."
adios, beast ball. I don't know who it was on the USA that hit a home run, but
I gotta say,
it
Bob,
was
you had
funny.
a pretty good one in our cousin group text chain.
Which one was
Bobby's
it? What?
Bobby's gift. It was that weird looking guy that just he flicked off the lights when
Shut the lights off.
I was like, yep, that pretty much
Party's
feels
over.
it. When
Ball game's
I think
over.
when Mexico got down like by 7 or something crazy.
Yeah.
It was like a 2 or 3 run double or something. I was at the gym, but I saw it up on the screen. I'm like, yeah, this game's over. So I was trying to find the perfect meme to send to
Yeah.
the group chat.
The Mexico baseball team, I liken it to Mizzou athletics. Like they just enough to get you excited, and but they're gonna shit the
Let you
bed.
down. Let you
Yeah.
down.
Last year they went pretty far, or last time they went pretty far. I
They
thought,
did.
but
They did.
yeah,
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like the World Baseball Classic. It's just there's something about baseball, meaningful baseball, like not just some 3-game series in the middle of July.
Yeah. Right,
You know,
right.
yeah.
It's like playoff baseball, and we get it now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be watching spring training baseball right now. So yeah, it's meaningful baseball. I know Bobby Witt had a huge game the other day, and like everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest play I've ever seen." Like people were saying that, like MLB tweets, like the greatest play, and I'm like,
We're treated to that like once a
I
month during the season.
yeah. First of all, like nobody. If you guys watch that happens at least once a week.
Yeah.
But the other thing during the play, I'm thinking, well, that's Banson, Alejandro Kirk running, like that's like Salvi running, like it. But they were saying that that's part of his like baseball IQ. He knew that the slow guy was running to first because most people would have tried to toss to second, but he knew he had time to get this guy. So, I mean, I'm not trying to cut him down; he's amazing, but yeah, it was good. It was fun to watch.
I'm not trying to body shame, but I guess I'm going to body shame. But Alejandro, is it Alejandro Kirk?
I think it's Alejandro Kirk.
Looked like he's had, few too many tortillas. So
Yeah, he's.
I told
Banson.
Anita and I were watching it, and she's like, we were just like, yeah, too much cerveza and too much chorizo con huevos.
Yeah.
All right,
Good
boys.
deal. Yeah.
Want to, do we have a quit acting stupid? Are we gonna give it to Manny or Bobby? You have one.
We can give it to Manny. Yeah, who did you say, Bob?
I don't have a picture of it, but going back to the World Baseball Classic, Randy Arozarena, who plays for the Seattle Mariners and is in the World Baseball Classic playing for Mexico, he came up to bat the other day when Mexico was playing the U.S., and his teammate on the Mariners, Cal Raleigh, was behind the plate, and Randy went to go, shake his hand because he's a teammate of his on the Mariners, and apparently Cal Raleigh said, just refused to shake his hand. And I'm thinking, what a jerk move that was. I think the comment from Raleigh was that he was trying to be really focused and dialed in, and I'm just like, come on, man. It's called sportsmanship. Somebody said even boxers touch gloves before a round. So, just like to Cal Raleigh.
Especially if you know the guy.
Yeah, and your teammates.
Could you imagine Vinny and Bobby Witt and Vinny Pasquantino not like acknowledging each other?
Acknowledging each other, yeah.
After Bobby Witt's big game that I was talking about, they interviewed him after the game because he had a huge game, and they talked about him playing Vinny Pasquantino tomorrow, and he said something like, "Yeah, it'll be fun," and he made a comment to like, maybe not tomorrow, like we're friends, but not tomorrow, that kind of thing. But still, you could tell he was kind of joking. Like he brought it up like it's there, but like
I get being dialed in and being intense, and that's pretty cool. But I mean, especially in baseball, man. I mean, just have fun. Just be like, this is, enjoy yourself. Be
the Italian team looks like they're having a blast.
Yeah. How much more fun is that? And like I mentioned, the Asian teams, when they're playing, I mean, it's just like. And that's more the fans, going crazy, whatever, being, but I mean, it should be so much more fun. But
yeah. Well, I was trying to find a picture of the handshake that never occurred, but
I heard him
Yeah.
talking about it on the game, but I was busy.
Oh,
doing
You guys
something
know
else.
Randy Rosarena is not Mexican, right?
Yeah, how does he get
You
on the
guys know
team?
his story? He's
I think he is
Cuban.
No.
part. Isn't he? He's I know he's Cuban, but isn't
He's
he part
Cuban.
Mexican?
No, he's Cuban, but he I don't know if he defected to Mexico or he left Cuba and went to Mexico. I don't know if it was just to play baseball or what, but he's loved the country so much and was welcomed and taken in. That he I think he became a citizen, Mexican citizen, or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of a
Adopted it as his
Yeah.
own.
he had a pretty good story.
I didn't realize that. I thought he
Yeah.
was like Cuban Mexican or something like that.
No, he's full on Cuban.
Okay.
Cubano. Yeah.
Cubano. Dominicano.
Juana la Cubana. La Cubana.
Juana La Cubana.
But
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us for episode 105. Boy, Mas Viejo, we're getting old. All right. For my brothers Jamie and Rudy, I'm Bobby D. Saying until next time, quit acting stupid.
Try not to get into too much troubles, okay?